Many of you might remember that a little over a month ago, or at least around about a month ago, one of the executives over at Lionsgate, the studio behind the John Wick franchise, confirmed that they were working on a bunch of different John Wick universe projects, including a John Wick Chapter 5. Now, I'm going to let you know, for those of you who have not seen John Wick Chapter 4, which, if you're interested in this video, you've probably seen John Wick Chapter 4, but I am going to be giving a bit of a spoiler as to something that happens at the end of John Wick Chapter 4. You've been warned. But again, the executive of Lionsgate said they're going to do another one. Now, for those who saw John Wick Chapter 4, that might have hit you as a little bit confusing, because after all, at the end of John Wick Chapter 4, John Wick is dead. Or is he dead? And so the Lionsgate guys had looked at the business and said, well, you know, we should probably do another one. And you can't blame them, because when you look at these numbers, look at the trajectory of the John Wick franchise. The first John Wick had an 86% critic rating, so the critics and audiences loved it, and made $86 million. Well, look what happened with Chapter 2. It nearly doubled in box office, up to $171 million, and the critic rating actually went up to 89. Then in John Wick Chapter 3, it nearly doubled again at the box office at $327 million, holding that 89% critic rating. And then we just had John Wick Chapter 4, which didn't double, but the box office went up significantly again to $428.8 million, and the critic rating went up again at 94%. When you're a studio like Lionsgate, and you have a project and you have a franchise in your hand that has this kind of a trajectory, not just of the box office returns, but of the audience scores and the critic reviews and all that kind of stuff, it is hard, even if it is time to walk away, it's hard to walk away. I wouldn't. I would love to see a John Wick Chapter 5. Well, if you were a little bit confused about Lionsgate's executive saying we're going to do Chapter 5, even though, you know, John Wick died at the end, well, just to put that to rest, the director of John Wick Chapter 4, Chad Stahelski, has come out and basically confirmed for everybody, yes, John Wick does survive the end of John Wick Chapter 4. He said this during an interview. We had a different ending. The theatrical ending was the ending that Keanu and I wanted, but we shot a different ending. We shot an ending where you actually saw John Wick at the end of the movie. I'm assuming that's at the funeral scene, where you actually saw John Wick at the end of the movie. So it was very clear that he was still alive. The audience we tested with absolutely preferred the ambiguous ending. So basically what you have here is the director of the film saying, yes, the intention is, and we shot that movie with the intention that John Wick does indeed survive, and we couldn't decide between an ambiguous ending where we didn't really let you know, or a very obvious ending where, you know, the camera pans away from Winston walking away from the gravesite and probably seeing John Wick standing beside a tree over there, right? So there's that. So this is interesting because it begs the question about where do you go with John Wick from here? You know, basically the entire story of John Wick up until this point has been about him trying to honor his dead wife and trying to get out from under the thumb of the table, right? He wants to get out from under the table. He wants his freedom. That's been accomplished. So where do you go from here? What stories or adventures do they do next? I just know this, that if they do a John Wick 5, and it looks like it's a certainty that they are, I hope they get back to that sense of fear that the rest of the world feels at the name of John Wick. Because, you know, I've talked about that. That's been my one criticism of the John Wick films after John Wick 1. Even though I've loved all of them, my criticism of them has been, in John Wick Chapter 1, anybody, even the head of the Russian mob, everybody who even hears the name John Wick trembled in fear. He was the Baba Yaga. He was the thing you tell scary stories to about to your children at night. The Baba Yaga is going to come get you. Everybody trembled in fear at the name of John Wick. But as we progress through the movies, it's like, oh, you want us to go kill John Wick? Sure, I'll go fight John Wick, no problem. Like that sense of fear and reverence, and especially with the events of John Wick Chapter 4. And especially with the body count in John Wick Chapter 4. I really hope that when they come back to John Wick Chapter 5, it's a story about people going, wait, who's after us? John Wick? I'm just going to end myself. You know what I mean? That's why I want to see them get back to it. We want to thank a sponsor of this video, Mint Mobile. From the gas pump to the grocery store, your utility bills and favorite streaming services, inflation is everywhere. Seriously, make it stop. Thankfully, there's one company out there that's giving you a much needed break. It's Mint Mobile. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you order from home and save a ton with phone plans starting at just $15 a month. You guys know that ever since I switched to Mint Mobile, I've been saving almost 70% a month over my old phone plan. For people looking for extra savings this year, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. By going online only and eliminating the traditional cost of retail, Mint Mobile passes the significant savings on to you. All of their plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number along with all your existing contacts. Switch to Mint Mobile and get premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Maybe you're one of those people who saw the end of John Wick Chapter 4 and never believed for a single second that John Wick was actually dead. Maybe this commentary from the director is actually catching you a bit by surprise. Maybe you're not even into the John Wick films, but you just love Keanu Reeves and would love to see him do more of this sort of things. And if they indeed do a John Wick Chapter 5, which I think they are, clearly, are you looking forward to it, or do you think they should just end the series at 4? Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks for checking out our video. Make sure you do all the standard stuff, subscribe to the channel, click the thumbs up button, leave a comment down below. But remember, we do a daily show as well that you can find on your favorite podcasting app of choice, the John Campea Show podcast. Find it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice.